Well, ladies and gentlemen, he asked us to come up with building blocks for a program of science, complexity science and governance. So we have quite a lot of speakers, and somewhere, somehow, there will emerge building blocks, he thinks. And then he asked me to grasp them, get them. And well, uh, I think in most of these cases, you know, when you have the wrong character, you're going to organize it in a strong, tight way, and every speaker I will then interrogate and say, what are your building blocks? And I don't hear building blocks, where are they? And sometimes it's like music, they pop up and they come, and so maybe I can find them and I can sum them up, but I hope you will do it too. You will say, hey, this is an interesting one. We are forgetting this one. We overlook it. And by making associations and so on, you come up with nice ideas of what are interesting building blocks to use in a scientific program. Maybe there is another thing too, which we should have in mind. You know, the problem with scientists is that they are not related to the real world. I mean the world of politicians and policymakers. They think they're the real world, especially in capital cities. And when we are making a science program, then it should some way, somehow being connected with the realm of policymakers and politicians. That's very difficult. It's not so easy. It's kind of organizing, managing the process of being connected. And my suggestion to you is also take that up and think about that. How could we build up a program, and what kind of constraints, what kind of things do we need in order to get it connected? And you know, the biggest problem of politicians and scientists is that politicians are not going to read what you have produced. And they only are going to read it when it's in the newspaper. And then they are all going to read it. And so my institute, it's an institute in the Netherlands, it's working for parliament and government. It's on science, technology and society and science policy studies. What we learned of that is, talking about that process, when we are making a report, the first thing what we are going to do is testing it in the world of the media. And asking them, what do you read in this? And what do you see here? Is it interesting enough for you to interview us and to give us space on the opinion pages of the newspaper? And when they say, yes, but you, well, yes, then we know this report, the way it's written now, will not get in Parliament and will not be read by members of Parliament because there is no news in it. Something like that. That's a test what we are using in my institute in order to get connectedness with the Parliament and the government. So that's about this, for the setting the stage. One is, please come up with these building blocks. Don't leave it to me. Pick it up and say it. Make the relationships and associations. Second is, please think a little bit about how should it be connected, that program, with the government and with politics. That's what my suggestion is, and what I hope you will do with us, and so on. Then, the speakers, they speak to us 3/4 an hour, and I think we are going to limit them to 1/2 an hour. And then we take 1/4 an hour in order to discuss, because that's important. Otherwise, you are all senior guys, and you're going to sleep when you're not getting the opportunity to talk and ask questions and giving remarks. Then I know for sure, jet lag or not, people are leaving and are going to use their GSM and doing other things. Because this is our nature, I would say, of people who have spoken themselves too much and have been we are interacting beings and want to be interacted. So that's it. So half an hour, and then talk with each other. Something like that. And then I have still 4 minutes, but that's the most important thing a chairman is doing, looking at his watch. But I'm ready now. And so maybe questions, and otherwise we are going to have a break. It's there. And together with the future guys, the Horizons guys and the Foresight guys, I think. And then we have the small hour discussions there, and then we start again at 10:30. So questions, remarks, whatever. No. Yes. No. Okay. Then thank you very much, and then let's have that break and see each other at 10:30. Okay. That's it.